I'm Hannah, and today I will be making BulGoGi. Here I have the ingredients laid out, and I'll show you one by one. This is thin cut beef stir fry. Green onions. Red romaine lettuce. Shredded carrots. A big fat onion, yellow onion. A big pack of mushrooms. And BulGoGi sauce. I will start cooking these ingredients soon. Bye. I'm going to rinse the beef once. shredded carrots, the green onions, some mushrooms, and the meat. And I am going to mix them all in the mixing bowl. And the sauce. About this much, I think. And I am going to mix the meat with the sauce. Onions, green onions, mushrooms, and some shredded carrots. some of the meat in. Smells good. Smells more like beef. Almost done. Okay, now looks good and smells good too. this BulGoGi and I am going to eat it. And it looks good and it smells good. I have some samjang here. And I am going to use this soybean dipping paste for my BulGoGi. I have mushrooms, onions, green onions, and carrots in here, and it should taste good. This meat is very flavorable. So is the vegetables, like the onions. And this is how some Asians eat it. Some onions, green onions, mushrooms, carrots, some samjang, and I also have a side of rice. I can put that rice in here too. More samjang. Wrap it like a taco and fold it in half. Wrap it again. Myself and I'm satisfied with it. I like this way of doing this because it's oops. Messed the table a little. I cleaned it. What I like about, this style is that you have a lot of stuff in here. It's like with the lettuce wrap, you can have more. And it's really tasty too. fruity flavor to it, and with the onions, excuse me, and with the onions and the carrots, it tastes really good with the mushrooms too. Some rice. This tastes really good. Lettuce wrap. Some meat and vegetables, or BulGoGi. Some rice, and put that here. Some jam. This much for the wrap itself. How I made this was I had some stir-fried beef, if you saw how I made it. And some shredded carrots, some sliced mushrooms. Sorry, nearly fell off. sesame seeds now. And what I use is sesame seeds, of course, because I have it now, and beef, stir-fried beef, then cut, some mushroom, some shredded carrots, some green onions in here, and onions, and I like to wrap, and I mix those all together. Mix those together, and I made BulGoGi with CJ's beef seasoning. This is my last lettuce wrap. This is romaine lettuce, red romaine lettuce. And I'm actually just gonna, I hope Summer and Liam like this. They're eating some too. This is actually kind of has a kind of peachy or apple taste because it has apple puree and pear puree in the sauce. So when I dumped it over there, I put a lot of it, and it tastes very fruity. As you can see, I'm out of lettuce wrap, and these are a bit too these are a bit too flat or floppy to be wraps. And this all tastes really good because one, I like their sauce, CJ's sauce, and they taste really good. I'm not really a big fan of onions, but in this recipe they taste pretty good. And these things, this combination actually tastes pretty good and smell pretty good and look pretty good. I've actually never really had green onions before. I think they're pretty good. Pretty good, actually. Now I might actually make this again for my own, for when I cook for myself. I might actually make this again because this tastes pretty good. Doesn't taste bad. I was actually upset that I was gonna have to put green onions in here because I was scared that they taste like very sour, like cilantro. But actually, they don't. They smell and taste more like onions. And I think that I'll put green onions in here next time if I ever do make this again. And enjoyed this meal. Most likely because that I got to try a new vegetable or a root or an onion actually. I wonder what would happen if I put red onions. But I've never had green onions. Please let me know in the comments if you like green onions. Or any type of onion to be exact. You don't have to say if you like onions, that's fine. Because I used to hate onions. But I like onions. As long as I can't, as long as they are raw, not raw. I mean, I'm fine with garlic being raw. Just when you eat it, it just makes your breath smell bad, and you're gonna wash your teeth because no one will want to be near you. I mean, garlic doesn't taste bad to me. I mean, once I ate raw garlic, it didn't taste bad, but it made my breath smell bad. So, no one wanted to be near me, and I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why does no one want to be with me? And I'm like, and stuff like, because your breath smells bad. Ooh. And so I brushed my teeth, and people stopped avoiding me, and it was actually kind of funny because I'm like, no one wanted to speak up, but Summer and Dad are like, way to support Summer. And it was kind of funny. Like trying new things and seeing what's wrong and what's the disadvantage and what's the advantage. The disadvantage of green onions, for example, is, well, garlic, for example, actually, is that it makes your breath smell bad. And I don't really see the disadvantage in green onions yet. Or maybe you can't just eat the white bottom parts. And that was really funny because I thought that they would taste like some weird piece of lettuce or cabbage, and that does not taste good because I've had cabbages that don't taste good before. It looks really weird too. I can't describe it though. It's like greenish, and then it was like white on the very bottom, and then like when you wet it, it just like this. See, it's not even hard, but it doesn't really. Now that doesn't taste good. It was all when you cooked it, and in this certain soup, it just like it dies. Its crunchiness dies. I mean, I can eat it raw, but I just don't really want to eat it. It's like okra. It's like slimy, and it doesn't really taste good. I don't know what the soup or broth was called, but I don't like that cabbage if it's cooked. I mean, I've ate this stuff if it's cooked. I'd rather eat steamed bacon, because once I actually did, and the bacon was all like this. Hey, at least it wasn't slimy. I'm one of those kids who will eat their veggies but are scared to try new ones. I've tried eggplant. Eggplant is just not for me. I mean, I like its color though. But I really found and interest in green onions, but I would never eat them raw. I don't think I will. Speaking of summer, a while ago, I think it was last year, but I had my first bee sting in that year, I think, and I had a bee sting right here, yeah, it's this one, right here, and we were in the first aid, because I was in diving class, and I was about to go down the high diving board, because I love to go down there. I'm not afraid of heights, but a honeybee, I think, went like this, and I moved forward because I didn't see it, and I went like, actually right here, and I didn't fall off, luckily, but I tried going down, but it hurt. I'm not allergic to bees, but it hurt so much, and I was crying, and they took me to first aid, because I've never had a bee sting in my life. And I think that was when I was 8 or 9, and Summer's like, I think you're gonna die. And the lifeguard's like, wow, nice sister you have. And that was really funny, and my dad was like, you're not gonna die. And I was like, I think you're gonna die. I'll remember those words for the rest of my life. And I'm like, now later we're like sitting in the car like this, and I'm like this, holding my eye like this, and I'm still a bit crying, because it still hurt. I'm crying a little more. We're going home early because I got a bee sting while everyone else was still at diving class. And then Summer's like, again, I still think you're gonna die. And I look at her and I start crying really hard. It hurts. And I really think that was funny now I look at that. But ever since that day, Summer has actually had 2 more bee stings in the same exact spot. The top of her foot, like, pretend this is her foot, and this like bee keeps on stinging here. And then a couple days later, she's like crying. And I'm like, I think you're gonna die. And she's like really mad at me. And then like a couple weeks later, and I'm at soccer practice, and it's like, she took off her shoes for some strange reason, and I'm like, and I was on water break, and she was like, and I saw her running across like walking on the same exact foot, and then something stung her, and she's like having a dramatic meltdown, and it was really funny because though I ran over to her and said, what's wrong? She said, there's a mean bee and he stung me in the same exact spot. And I'm like, I still think you're gonna die. And then she's like storms off and just tries to get Dad, and Dad's like, what happened? I'm like, Anna said she still thinks I'm gonna die. And Dad's like, way to support, Hannah. Way to support. And William is lucky. He never had a bee sting, I don't think, yet. But I don't think Summer's still mad at me. I think she forgot. And then she told Mom, and everyone was laughing because, except for her, because it's like, right back at you, Summer. And it was so I mean, like, let's say this is her toe, her middle toe, which she keeps on getting stung, and it's like I'm a honeybee, and there's a flower right here, and she like the bee died, I think, because they just had part of their ripped out. and she was like crying. Huh? Yeah, fine. But it's kind of funny because although I feel bad for her, she had to go through it. But I think it's kind of funny because she gets to me in the same exact spot, and she's like having this dramatic meltdown, and then I'm like come up to her. I think you're gonna die. It's like, I'm telling Dad, and she's like tells Dad and Mom and everybody except Mom wasn't at soccer practice, but she was at home, so I was like, Mom, when we get home, Hannah said I think you're gonna die when I had a bee sting, and everyone's like, and everyone's like, ha 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 ha. Everyone's like laughing because she's like having this dramatic meltdown, and all of a sudden she's mad, and because I said something she said to me like 1 year ago, and she's like, I'm telling Mom, and she's like mad, but she's still crying, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's kind of, I still think you're gonna die, and she gets even more mad, and she tells her dad, and yeah, and that was the end of that story. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye.
Give me mega meat. Mega meat? That's more fungus with you.
Yummy onions, right?
Yeah.
Onions.
Yuck, fungus. Ew!
Here you go, some fungus.
Fungus! I'm avoiding. The dad asked, can Bonnie play a song because he was holding a decor, and instead of playing a song, he was playing baby, 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 now.